Acquiring the Dive HM, we make our way to Huron Town. We then make to Youngster Town to check off some locations on the map and then head to Victory Road. At the end of Victory Road, like every other Pokemon game, we have a final rival fight, but this time he's a douchebag. We have to do 2 mandatory trainer fights before him, and then we are not allowed to heal in between. So after beating 2 of the mandatory trainers, I was exhausted of Pokemon, and eventually I had to resort to using potions to defeat my rival, and I eventually defeated him in the end. We make our way to the Pokemon League, and this is my team to taking on the Pokemon League. The first Elite Four member is a Dark type. He leads with his Zoroark with the Illusion. I lead with my Ferrothorn and go for Pin Missile, taking down the Zoroark. Out comes the Honchkrow. I deal some damage with Rollout, but then eventually my Ferrothorn goes down and Magmortar comes in to finish the job. Tyranitar comes in. I decide to do as much damage as I possibly can with Magmortar and switch into my Kingdra. Set up 2 Dragon Dances and go for a Waterfall, taking it out. I go for an Outrage, taking down the Hydreigon and the Absol as well. Misdreavus comes out and it falls to a single Outrage. Up next is the Electric type Elite Four member. Now I lead with my Ferrothorn once again and go for a Power Whip on the Lantern. He has a Ampharos which he Mega Evolves. I go for a Pin Missile, taking it down. Out comes Galvantula. I finish it off with Rollout. I also almost finish out the Electros and do finish off the Electros and Electivire with Rollout. Last Pokemon is a Magnezone. I do as much damage as I can. Switch into my Magmortar and finish the job. Next up is Morgan, the Water type Elite Four member. I lead with my Ferrothorn and take down the Swanna after a couple of rollouts. I also take down the Walrein after a rollout. Out comes the Whiscash and I do a lot of damage with rollout. Decide to heal my Ferrothorn and then go for a Power Whip, taking down the Whiscash. Out next is the Crawdaunt. It goes for Super Power, taking my Ferrothorn down. As I switch into my Mandibuzz, I set up Nasty Plot and go for a couple of Air Slashes, taking down both the Crawdaunt and the Milotic. The Jellicent also suffers the same fate. The last Elite Four member is Wilson, the scientist guy. Decide to lead with my Kingdra, set up by Dragon Dance and go for Outrage, taking down that weird looking Mega Sparks as well. Altaria also gets taken down with Outrage, so does the Salamence. Haxorus also goes down, and Dragonite, while being a bit of a trouble due to Kingdra KOing itself, switch into my Ferrothorn and build up rollout damage to take it out. It also reveals to me that he's his father, or my father, the character's father, and he's divorced my mom, which is pretty sad, not gonna lie. Our last battle is against our mom. She has reinstated herself as the champion in order to face us. I set up 2 Dragon Dances and go for a Waterfall, taking down her lead Pokemon Golurk. Out comes the Lucario. I decide to go for Outrage before it takes my Kingdra down with Dragon Pulse. Out comes my Magmortar and I finish off the Mega Lucario with Fire Punch. I do as much damage as I can before letting my Magmortar faint. Switch into my Ferrothorn and power with the Suicune. Next Pokemon is an Entei. Entei takes down my Ferrothorn as I switch into my Golurk for Earthquake, super effective Earthquake damage. I decide to switch it in after a careful evaluation. Take it down with Earthquake off the Entei, misses. I also go for the Earthquake on the Raikou, taking it down. Last Pokemon is an Osito. I'm not sure what it is, but it transformed into my Golurk, so a Zombie Strike takes it down. And with that, we have defeated our mom and become the champion of the Western region. Super cool team, by the way. Very odd team to build, but still worked for me. We can't enjoy our successes for too long as there are tremors of earthquakes back at our hometown. We decide to meet up with our mom and Oak and find out that Zeus, or Gold as he was known before, has finally caught Devavas. He challenges us to a battle. He takes down my Rizzler as I switch into my Golurk for Earthquake, taking down the Metagrow. Out comes Shaman. Does take on my Golurk, but I switch into my Magmortar and deal super effective Fire Blast damage to take down the Shaman. Last Pokemon is the Devavas. Now, I was pretty concerned that this thing resisted all attacks, but turns out every attack is neutral towards it, so I just have to hit it as hard as I can to take it out. I decide to let go of my Magmortar because it has really low HP, and then switch into my Ferrothorn to go for Power Whip. 2 Power Whips takes down the Devavas, and with that, we have defeated Zeus and beat the game. Well, sort of. There's a lot to do, but I couldn't fit it into this video. Basically, what you have to do is rematch the Elite Four in this thing called the Sigil Halls and make our way to the 5th Sigil Halls. We have to battle Trainer Red there and then ultimately defeat Zeus or Gold for one final time. If you guys want to experience what happens next, make sure to download Pokemon Zeta or Pokemon Omicrons for yourself and play it for yourself. It is a really fun game, really enjoyable experience that I had through playing it. If you guys want to check out the playthrough, make sure to check out my second channel. If you guys enjoyed these fan game videos, make sure to leave a like so I know that I need to continue doing them. Make sure to subscribe to the channel, and yeah, bye.